Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request to designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential covered patio. It basically has 3 walls and a ceiling. So let's go ahead and look at the overall dimensions. So overall dimensions I have is 15'6" from the inside edge wall to the inside edge over here. And then I have a 13-foot depth from this edge here to the inside of this area here. And then a ceiling height of 9 feet from here to the finished floor. Now there is a fan. I have the fan at a 4-foot 6-inch diameter. So you can see here this red marking is the area that I'm going to use as the clearance zone. And even though these blades here stick out a little bit further, this red mark here is the actual dimension that I'm using. You can see over here we have some light fixtures in the ceiling as well as a speaker, and over here as well. These I have centered from this edge here, I believe at 32 inches, and then from over here centered I have at 24 inches. This is centered in the room here. There's one little speculation about the actual clearances from the edge of the fans from here, blades I should say, the fan blades to here, and from here to here. So I think it's only about 1 or 2 inches that might be questionable on that. So doorway here, TV set over here, another doorway or access point here, and then there's an opening over here. So these are all, I bring these up only because this isn't a place for access or seating or anything like that, nor is this spot here, and you wouldn't put a chair over here. So those are things I'm kind of looking at. Also, we have a cooking area on the right hand side. I think that's about it as far as dimensions and objects inside the area. So let's go ahead and turn off those dimensions, and let's go ahead and look at possible choice of maybe a CD6024. So this are 6,000 watt 240 volts, and you can see here the one issue that I have with reference to this. I'm just going to go ahead and show straight off on the ray, that footprint of heat that it puts out. So you can see that the footprint of heat isn't quite in the center of the area here. And when you take a CD model and if you're going to change the angle of the CD model to point towards the center of the room, then you're going to need to drop the heater down a little bit further. This is 6 inches of clearance above. Let's just go ahead and look at that. So this is the clearance zone above the heater, 6 inches from this edge all the way to the ceiling, and then all the way out here to this edge over here, as well as on the left side here, and the front and back, let's call it. But again, when you change that angle to heat the center of the room, you need to drop this an additional 6 inches. So that's one thing I'm not quite sure I'm happy about on that model, as well as the fact that you can see here the footprint of heat is really designed for about another 2 feet of elevation for the most ideal amount of footprint of heat. So again, that's another reason I'm not quite using this as the prime example for this application. And you can also see that I'm heating up the barbecue, which there is no one sitting there, and this outside edge over here, no one's sitting over here. So it's kind of a waste of output unless you change the angle towards the center and drop the heaters down. So let's go ahead and look at another option, which would be, oh, and I just want to go back here real quick and just show you the clearances below. I'm going to turn off the ray for a second. And the main issue here with the clearance below is the fact that we need to make sure that we are 18 inches from the bottom edge of the heater here, 18 inches out to the diameter of the fan blade, if the fan blades are in fact combustible materials. So that's something you have to think about as well. So let's go ahead and turn that off again. And and look at a different option, which would be an option utilizing the Infratech 4000 watt slimline unit. Now you could take an Infratech and essentially have it almost at the same position as the CD models. You can see that it's a little bit further away from this fan blade itself, and the diameter that I have here, and I'll show you why here in just 1 second. So what I've done here is I've changed the angle from straight down to about a 10-degree tilt in towards the center. On a slimline 4000 watt unit, when you change the angle, you don't have to drop it down any further. The one thing you do need to watch out for is those clearances below, and what you can see when you change the angle, you're actually changing the clearance section here below the heater as well. And with that being said, looking at the fan blade diameter here again, I just moved it so that it's further away from that fan blade diameter, so that we're meeting those combustibles. That's why it's pushed just a slightly, I think it was 3 inches left of the other unit as far as the 18 inches. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat, and let's turn that off here and go ahead and check that out. So 4,000 watts in an enclosed room like this here, heating up the dining position here. Let's just go ahead and look at it from this edge here. You can see that we have a nice coverage for the overall seating positions, as well as if we look at it from the top here, we have a nice coverage throughout this whole span here as well. And that's with the heaters centered within the patio and the clearances met to that fan blade itself. So that's would be my preferred, and also you can see that we're not impeding on top of or below the lighting area here, or the speaker itself. This one's a little bit, like I said, further out from the wall's edge than these are, but we're still in a good position where you're not going to cast a shadow from this light fixture, let's say, down onto the seating position here. So in any case, I think that would be my best recommendation. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information in to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up, and that is how others like yourself may have found our channel. We truly appreciate those thumbs up. Thank you. Have an excellent day.